around Hendersonville, North Carolina. Down in this area is where Hurricane Helene came through. I think it was like 5 months ago in October, and just totally devastated a lot of this area. We've not seen a lot of the devastation, but what we have seen has been pretty dramatic. You know, trees down everywhere, tarps on roofs, you know, just general, a lot of just debris just everywhere that still needs to be cleaned up. So we've seen a lot of that while we've been down here. But today we're taking a trip to see some waterfalls, and I don't know what those will be like. There might be a lot of debris out that way, but we're taking sort of a loop of a trip to see a lot of waterfalls. And so go along with us. It's a little chilly, it's 40 degrees, but hey, I don't care. I'm going to be getting out in nature. That's what matters. So hang with us, and let's go see what's around the area. So this is the first waterfall on our trip. We've gone around to Highlands, I think is the name of the town, and now we're taking a road back toward Hendersonville, and this is the first of the waterfalls. This, I think, is called Cullasaja, something like that, Falls. So I'm going to turn the camera around and let you get a look at it again. All right, so this is our next destination. It's about 2.5 miles east of where we just were. And this is called Quarry Falls, because apparently right down here, there's a deep area where the people can go swimming, and they love to jump off of the rocks and go down and swim in that watering hole. I wouldn't do it now. It's a little cold, but they do it whenever it's warm. This whole little area down here, a little further on up the road here, will be 2, maybe 3 more waterfalls that we're going to encounter. So this is just the first one. We're going to try to get closer. Nancy and I are going to try to go out on these rocks and try to get closer. You can see the area right there where the water is very deep, and they say that people almost cliff dive down into there. And back there's Nancy with her makeshift trekking pole. Just a piece of driftwood.
Found it up there.
Yeah. That water has to be just above freezing, I would say. So just a couple of miles up from where we were at Quarry Falls is Dry Falls. And Dry Falls is a beautiful waterfall, and the reason it's called Dry Falls is because they say you can walk under it and not get wet. Well, we're gonna find out. And there is the first view of the falls. We're going to go on down this trail, and then it comes around, and you can walk there behind the falls. You can see the guardrail down there. So I'm excited to test the theory that I will not get wet when we go behind the falls. What do you think, Nancy?
I don't know.
So if you look up here, we're not down to the falls yet. You see ice hanging down, and there's ice hanging down here too. So I don't know how far we'll actually be able to go under the falls. Hopefully we'll be able to go on down, but depends on the ice, because I do not want to slip and fall down here. Fall at the falls. No, definitely not. And I do see a little bit of ice hanging down over there. Just to give you a perspective on how big the falls are, you can see Nancy down there, and there's the falls next to her. And it looks like that we are not able to go under the falls. They have a fence up. I guess it's too icy. So we'll go down to where Nancy is and try to get some pictures of the falls. So this would be the path behind the falls, and I'm telling you right here, I guess it's because of the ice, the water dripping off the ice, I'm getting a little wet. So, and it's very slippery there too. But you can see the ice there, and this area here is slippery, but the falls are just magnificent. Way back uphill from the falls, Dry Falls. Looks a little wet to me, but there is a day use fee for this area. It's $3. If you've got like a golden pass or something like that, I think it's $1. But to me, it's worth it. I mean, on a summer day to come down here and to spend time and eat lunch or whatever, it's well worth it. So we're going to head on over. There's a couple of more falls we want to check out. They're just by the road. I think the next one is called Bridal Veil Falls, and it's right on the road. So here we are, Bridal Veil Falls. I would say it's a mile, maybe just a little more than a mile down the road. And if you look, you could drive under this fall. There's a little road there. But it's just a little waterfall up here, right along the main road. There's the main road. And last time we were here, it was barely a trickle. There's a truck coming. But now if you look at it, they got a good water flow coming out of it. And then lots of ice down here at the base of it, and lots of icicles hanging off of there. I see a lot of icicles hanging over there. But it's just a pretty little waterfall. I'm going to try to go across the road. So I made it to the other side of the road safely. And you can see how pretty, look at that. Beautiful, the way the water just flowing down there on those rocks. And just a nice little cascade coming down through there. So pretty little waterfall just along the side of the road. And again, to give you a perspective, there's Nancy next to the falls. So this is the last of the falls, and it's not really a fall. It's more of where a retaining dam was built for a lake, and the water sort of flows over that dam. So this is definitely a lot more water flowing over than what it was the last time we were here. Last time there were a few little trickles. That was about it, but this is a lot more water coming over. Almost slipped and fell there. Woo, that was close. A little icy. Oh, so Nancy and I are making our way back from Sequoyah Falls here in Highlands, North Carolina. And I hope you've enjoyed just this little road trip today. 4 waterfalls in one day. That's not bad. And there are a lot more in this area. If you're ever down in this area, Pisgah National Forest, DuPont Forest, all this area down here, oops, look out. There are waterfalls everywhere. So if you love waterfalls, you need to come down here and check this area out.